So just going to start with a text object here, and then I'll just write my letter. Then I'm just going to use a font that looks a bit similar like this with rounded corners. So let me just find that. I think it was called rounded. I downloaded this font from I think it's called 1001 fonts. So you can just go there and download it as well. It's called round black. That's what I'm going to be using. You rotate it a bit here. Also just set up my materials here so that our viewport looks nice. It's going to give this a gold material, something like that. Now if you convert this into a mesh, then extrude like that and just shade smooth. You can go to your object data and remesh. You can remesh these so that we get rid of those triangles that we have here, because we're going to be using the cloth simulator, and the cloth simulator doesn't really work well with this kind of topology. So we need to remesh it. So I'm just going to hit voxel remesh. Now you can see this is what we have. We don't resolution in this. So I'm just going to undo this. Please, if there is any issues with the live stream, let me know if the audio is clear and things like that. But so if you reduce the voxel size here and hit remesh, you should get a better mesh like this. And now I'm just going to, we need to use the cloth simulator. Build one face body with hair and dress. Hello, and more wild. Ani Opeyemi, hello there. There is a live stream version of that tutorial or the time lapse on this channel. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew the faces on this side to this side, and the way you do that is that you need to make sure that you don't have faces connected directly from this side to this side. So I'm just going to remove this here. I'm using Ctrl X to dissolve those faces. Then I'm just selecting. We need also to make sure that these are selected as well. So this to okay. Now I can go to the top, select all the faces, and then delete only faces, so that you have these sewing lines are like this. Then what you do, you go to the physics simulator of physics tab, turn on cloth. Now if we hit play, it will just fall down. We don't want that, so we can go under field weights and remove the gravity so that it doesn't fall. And now nothing is really happening. What you want to do is go under, I think it's shape, turn on sewing, and if you play back, you should sew the front side to the back side. And that is a very high sewing force, so I'm just going to limit that a bit. Reduce the sewing force to something like 1. Hit play and watch the magic happen. It's going to be a bit slow, but that's okay. And that's simply because of the resolution we are using here. So okay. Now that is done. You can go to the modifiers and apply the cloth modifier. You don't want to hit this apply, just hit this apply as shape keys. So if I hit that, it will just remove all the cloth data we have, but it will have it under the shape keys data. So now I can go to that and increase the value, and you can see we have our data. Now we can reapply the cloth simulator or cloth modifier, so cloth, and make sure you move back your timeline indicator to 0. And now make sure you turn on pressure this time, so that we give it that inflated look. So now you can hit play. Make sure you have the pressure turned up at something like 5 and hit play. Again, we don't want the gravity, so I'm just going to reduce that to none. Hit play. It should start inflating this. If I make this more reflective, you can see how the look is coming up. Just going to increase the pressure just a bit, something like 10, just to see how things go. Hello, Alex Kaznet. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but how are you doing? Hope you are doing great. Yes, so I think that's enough for this. This looks good enough, and you can do all the other letters like that. So what is left is to add this kind of seam, protruding seam. So for that, let me just apply this cloth modifier. Again, I've just applied it as a key, as a shape key, so that if I want to change the value, you can just change it here. If you're experiencing this issue, just turn off this other shape key we had, and now we have our Now we can go in and start adding more details. I'm just going to just apply these shape keys so that this is my only form. So to do that, you can just right click, use the shortcut Ctrl A to apply visual geometry to mesh. Now if I get rid of these shape keys, I retain the shape we simulated. Now this is what we have. So let me just go back to change the colors a bit, play with the color. I think this is good. Yeah, so we have our first letter. Now you can go on and do all the other letters you want to do. Okay, so I think we can go on and do something else. Just making sure that everything is working here. Okay, so now we can go and the balloons are easy, so let's go on and